Do you know that I was the only one who believed in you? Everyone else said I was crazy to
create a spin-off of MLP.
All I want is an ending.
No, this is where you zip it!
Hello there.
Now this is an unusual video for this channel, so don't expect any professionalism from me. I just wanted to talk about this topic, since it's been quite a while since we've last seen Equestria Girls. I wanted to give my explanation as to why it just faded away without a proper ending. Now keep in mind that I'm mostly talking from my point of view, and I'll also be making fun of things. So take whatever I say in this video with a handful grain of salt and a sense of comedy. Remain peaceful please. So without further ado. What the fuck? Now I'm quite pissed at Hasbro. And it's not just because they didn't actually give Equestria Girls a proper ending, which they absolutely should have. But no, I'm not actually angry. In fact, I'm a bit upset. As I'm writing this, Friendship is Magic ended a year ago in a beautiful way. A story that was first told in 2010 got wrapped up beautifully with a bow 9 years later. Now, this show was given the chance to end its story, a chance to close the book. Unfortunately, Equestria Girls didn't have the same opportunity. Now, Equestria Girls doesn't follow the same rules as Friendship is Magic, as it started as a franchise made out of movies, and then transitioned into a mini-series with some specials sprinkled all around, which by the way are surprisingly great. All in all, a definitive end to Equestria Girls was always bound to be uncertain, as the series as a whole is nothing more than a spin-off, meaning that it's a deviation from an existing work, in this case Friendship is Magic. Consequentially, the fate of Friendship is Magic also meant the fate of Equestria Girls. And that's what happened. Friendship is Magic ended, and Equestria Girls had to end with it as well. But what's more sad is that it wasn't given the chance to end properly. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not hating on the mini-series. In fact, I think they are very enjoyable and rewatchable. However, if the movies didn't exist, then they wouldn't carry the same emotional weight from the audience. But why is that? You see, the mini-series are a bit of a complicated topic to discuss about when it comes to the Equestria Girls spin-off as a whole, because it isn't structured in a way that it carries a continuity. Look no further than Friendship is Magic. In it, episodes gradually build up to a resolution. There are a bunch of episodes that make up an arc. There are aspects and changes that get carried over to future episodes or seasons. There is a continuity. Now comparing this to the mini-series, it's clear that they are nothing more than short moments. And that's fine. It's not wrong. The objective is simply different, as they aren't focusing on having an overarching story, but rather short fun situations. However, that leads to a problem. They are still part of an overarching story. At its core, Equestria Girls started as a dynamic series of movies, meaning that an installment builds up upon the previous one. To understand where I'm going with this, let's say that the movies aren't connected, and they are their own universe. If this was the case, then we wouldn't be able to understand certain aspects. You wouldn't know who Midnight Sparkle is, and why Twilight is afraid of her in Legend of Everfree, if you haven't watched Friendship Games.
How is this possible? Sunset Shimmer helped me defeat you at the Friendship Games.
You wouldn't know why. And how does Sunset talk to Pony Twilight through a book in Friendship Games, if you haven't watched Rainbow Rocks?
Dear Princess Celestia. Third door on the left.
Even this one that's glowing and vibrating? What the fuck?
You wouldn't know what Sunset's talking about in this scene.
A demon. I turned into a raging she-demon.
Yo, what's up?
If you haven't watched the first movie, you see, the movies are supposed to be connected as they directly influence the story of one another. The only movie these examples don't apply to is the first Equestria Girls movie, as its job was to simply start the story as the series foundation. Every story has a beginning, middle and end. And you may see where I'm going with this. The Equestria Girls as a whole does have a narrative and a continuity. They aren't disjointed movies. They acknowledge things that happened in other installments. And if you set these movies as the foundation of your franchise, you have to stick to it and know what comes with it. Now you might think that this is a bit specific, but I want you to look at this scene from the last movie, The Legend of Everfree. Now this scene, while yes, concludes the movie, clearly sets up another one, just like Rainbow Rocks did with the post-credits scene. And in doing so, basically promise the audience that there is more coming up. But this leads nowhere, it's just forgotten. And if you present something, you should do something with it. It's called Chekhov's gun, which I won't get into detail, but in simple terms, it means that nothing should be shown if it won't be used. And as of 2021, this scene hasn't been given a use yet as far as I know. Let me clarify that I don't know what prompted the change from a movie saga to a mini-series, but whatever the motivation of this choice was, it inevitably caused a fundamental problem for the franchise, because now there is a tease for a movie or series that won't ever exist. And again, it's not that the mini-series are a bunch of sack of shit and but it's that they shouldn't have come out until the mainline story was over. They serve as an afterthought, as harmless side stories. But as Hasbro prioritized the mini-series over the movies, they inadvertently doomed the possibility of a satisfying end to this franchise. Something that shouldn't have happened, knowing that Friendship is Magic was coming to an end.
Could you give me a proper ending?
You serious?
So you've made it to the end of the video. Be sure to let me know if you enjoyed this type of content. Also, I'm planning on making another video like this, but regarding the hidden ending of Equestria Girls. You might have seen the foreshadowing in this video, but I'll leave it there if you're interested. Until next time, have a great day.
You're still the biggest meanie.
The fuck you say to me, you little shit?